pulled your end pin out the right length, and you push your cello out, and then you can bring it back in and make sure that your knee is not so far behind like this. Keep your, your knee closer so that your knees are apart, not like this, okay? So you can check that. You can practice standing up. You can practice taking the bow, going back here. Check you're nice and tall, and now sit down. Imagine there's a string coming up, so your back is tall, and then you bring the cello in like this, okay? So first thing I want you to try to do is left arm out, cup your hand, so you have this nice curve, and then see if you can find the high D. So a little flat. So I'm a little flat, I go this way. If it sounds sharp, I go that way. But if you're confused, just keep going one way and then go the other way, and eventually you'll get it. But you didn't have any problem with that. So then you practice 4, 1, 0, and you start with this, always your arm out so that your elbow doesn't drop down, okay? Don't make your elbow go too high, but just your bad habit was that your elbow was going down too low like this. So just bring your arm in so your elbow is, you have a straight line there with your wrist, okay? So when you find high D, you let the pinky cling, and then you slide your thumb a long way. That brings the fingers back, and then B is in tune, okay? And then try again on the D string, and then check to make sure you have a G, good G. Fingers right, nice and gentle. They all sink in together. Same exact thing. Pinky clings. You go back to E with the thumb, and then now try to find the G string. So you can check C, A. The name of that note is low A. It's not on your music, and you don't have to practice if you don't want to. But in case you get curious and you want to do the G string and the C string, and then F, D, C. Okay. So those are optional strings. The other thing you plucked was your D scale. So you find high D again, make sure your wrist is straight and your back's still tall. Before you even do it, maybe you could bring the cello forward and back. And then D, and then move your thumb a tiny bit, play C sharp. Now let your third finger cling there and move your thumb a lot to play B, and then A. Now your thumb is going to slide so you can get your blob onto the D string to play G, and then thumb goes a tiny bit for F sharp, and thumb goes a long way for E, and then D. Okay, so that's what you're plucking. Then I want you to practice jumping jacks 2 ways. The first way we did it was with all 4 fingers coming up and down, like that. I'm making a lot of noise right now, but you can do it gently at first, okay? It's more important to have them come together than to one at a time. That's not good, okay? It might be easier to do first finger and then these 3. But make sure your thumb is not behind first finger. See if you can get it behind where second finger is, okay? Like that. So 2 ways to do jumping jacks. One is with the first finger down, and the other way is with all 4. And the best way to practice is maybe just count up to 4. Say, okay, I'm going to do 4 on the D string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'll do 4 on the D string, or A string. And try not, see, I'm not looking at my left hand, and the cello neck is pretty close to my neck, so that's how you do it. And then the finger walking was, we put finger 1 on the D string, and then bring all the others to the D, then let the thumb slide that way. First finger on the G string, and let the others come. First finger on the C, and let the others come. And now, my thumb is really way on the side here, okay? So that keeps the C curve. So this would be like A, D, G, C. Notice the elbow rises too, and it might come forward as well, like that. Okay, so that's, and then we come backwards the same way. So first finger and then the others. Let your thumb slip a little bit underneath first finger and the others, first finger and the others. Okay, so try to be very deliberate when you do finger walking. When you bring 3 fingers, all 3 come. Okay, so I think that's it. Yep, that's everything. Good.